Well, for me, I feel as though it is reflective of what our institutions have gotten used to. They've gotten used to the COVID restrictions, and I think in many ways it's turned into something of convenience. Even in the University Hospital Trust in Birmingham, they are still refusing to allow people to come in and see patients only for end-of-life care. And a number of MPs have come out and say that this is illegal and it's a breach of human rights. It's absolutely disgusting, and this is no longer really, I think, about COVID and keeping people safe, because the government has already stipulated that according to the data it is safe to go fully back to normal now. I think it's really about convenience for the staff, and this isn't just in the NHS, it's also occurring amongst universities as well.
Dominique, frankly, in all walks of life. I mean, I was at B&B a couple of weeks ago. You can only have somebody to clean your room every other day due to COVID. I'll be going to the dentist on Friday. They said, carry on, park outside, call us inside. I mean, due to COVID. Really?
Yeah,
due to COVID, or is it because you've just been doing it this way for a couple of years?
Exactly. I mean, is it because you've gotten used to it and it's just easy for you to make excuses and not do due diligence because of COVID, and that's an easy thing that people will accept. Even, for example, Imperial College London, they, for their graduation ceremonies, have still, last month, they banned parents from actually attending their children's graduation ceremonies using the excuse of COVID, despite the fact that COVID restrictions have been fully lifted by then. Even for my university, my graduation was in January. Instead of actually shaking the Chancellor's hand, we had to doff our caps and wear face coverings. I think I was probably the only one that didn't wear a face covering because, as you know, I've been very, very vocal against what's been going on. But I think it's great that the Health Secretary and the Universities Minister has said that we are going to name and shame and actually call up individual universities to make sure they're going back to pre-pandemic operation.
Is there a particular problem, Dominique, do you think, and Michael, you're very welcome to chip in, with universities? Because in terms of that customer relationship they have with their students, you pay, you go, we never see you again. We don't need to worry about your loyalty, your customer experience. I say that in the context of, I mean, you were talking about your graduation. I recently went to my eldest daughter's delayed graduation. She's now doing a master's. I won't say where, but suffice to say this, she's about to go to Australia to continue her geological studies. And she said, well, am I paying for the visa? Because I paid for this trip to Finland, and they never happened because of COVID. You trousered the money. Maybe you could pay for the visa.
Exactly.
Oh, no, they said. You've paid for it already. It's crazy.
Absolutely ridiculous. Even one of my friends, they were due to go to Boston for chemistry at Harvard. They were due to study there. And that was cancelled due to COVID. He'd paid for everything. He'd paid for his accommodation, paid for his visa. Everything was all sorted. Last minute, it was cancelled. No refund of his money, no nothing. And I think these past 2 years, students have been treated with the utmost, disrespect by their universities. We're not treated as customers. Instead, we're treated as children. And I think it's discriminatory because we should be treated like adults.